Hi everyone, welcome to the Premsoft Technical channel. In the last lecture, we have seen about the introduction of the list, and in that we discuss about all the points of the list, like how to create the list and what are the elements of the list. This all the points we discussed in the last class. Now in the today's lecture, we are going to start with all the practical points. So let's start with the one by one. First of all, today we are going to see how to create the list. How to create list without element. So the point number one is, can I create the list without any element? The answer is yes. So just we will see with the practical. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create one notepad. Now side by side I will open both notepad and our command prompt both. Now I will type here. First of all, I will create a list. Guys, directly you can work on Python IDE also, but I always prefer the notepad. Even in the future, I am going to start with a Python charm also. Now, suppose I am creating a list without any element. Can I create? I will save the program. I saved with list1.py in the D drive. So first, I will go into the D drive, D colon I will write. After that, py space list1.py. So empty list means I did not pass anything. If you know the variable, directly you can pass the variables. Save and just compile and run. That is py list1.py. It means what? I can create the empty list. I can give the values directly. These two types already we have seen. Now sir, I don't want to give the values from here. I want to read the values from the keyboard. Can I read it? Yes. So that is nothing but what? Read the value dynamically. The next point is what? Read the value dynamically. Sir, how to read the value dynamically? The very simple concept. First, I will create one variable list. Then you have to use eval function. In the eval, you have to give the input. And here you have to mention enter the list. Enter the list. Now when I enter the list, that list elements will be stored into the L, and that elements I want to print on the screen. Print L. Also, if you want to check the type, you can write type of L. So it will show you the type of L. Now guys, I will show you some points here. What common mistake student does it? Suppose I saved this file. Now I am coming to the command prompt. Just I will run the file. It is asking me enter the list. I did not give any square bracket or something. Directly I have typed the values. What will happen? I am getting the values, but is it a list or tuple? So answer is tuple. So make sure that whenever you are passing the values, you compulsory pass the value inside the square bracket only. You must pass it. Then only what will happen? Your values will be printed in the form of list. Now you check it, list. So this is the common mistake what students do when they, if I do not pass the square bracket, still I want to convert my input element into the list format. Can I convert it? Yes, I can convert. First, just we'll see the output for this one. Okay. I'm giving 10, 20, 30. But my data is coming in the form of what? Tuple. But even though I do not pass the square bracket, compulsory, I told you, you have to pass what? Square bracket, then only it will come in the form of what? List. But now my requirement is, I do not want to pass any square bracket, but I want to convert my data in the form of what? List. Sir, how to do that one? So for that one, what you have to do? First, you have to read the data in the L. Then, I will take one more variable called the L1 is equals to list. And I will pass that L variable into the list. Sir, what is this list? List is a function. Function, whatever the data you read. Now, right now, suppose this data in the form of tuple. So L is nothing but tuple. This list I am converting into the list format. This is the list is a function to convert any type of data into the list format. And the data will be stored into what? L1. Now I will print the L1 and I will see the type of L1. Now you observe, I will just compile the program. I am not giving any square bracket. 40. but my data is in the form of what? List. So remember this thing. If you do not want to pass the square bracket, the one step you have to add, that is called the list function. Sir, I don't want to add extra step, but still can I get the output? Yes. So what you have to do it here, I will remove this line here. Here only I will add here L1, I will do it, and this complete entire statement I will put inside the list bracket. You have to close it. So what will happen? First you will read the data in the form of tuple, and the tuple is converting into the list. Don't get confused, guys. Tuple is nothing but what? When we do not pass the square bracket, it will convert in the form of tuple. So that's why. Now what I am doing here is, now I want to convert that data. Now save and just see the output. You will get the same output. Just one step I have reduced. Square bracket, and I am getting the list. So like this, what we are doing here, we are using the list function. I hope you got clarity about the list function. Yes. Now the next concept here is what? Sir, how to split the data. Suppose example simple. I am having one string. S is equals to, in bracket I am writing PR Softwares Training Institute in Hyderabad. This is my one string is there. What I wanted to do, I want to split this string into the multiple parts. So how to split this string into the multiple parts? So we are having one function, and that function name is split. Okay. So here S is what? String. So I am taking S is a meaningful variable name string, and inside that I am writing PR Software Training Institute in Hyderabad inside the double quotation. Now what I am doing, I wanted to split this one. So how to split? S is a string variable name and split is a function to split the data. Inside the split I am not passing anything. So by default will be what? Wherever the space is there, from that the data will be split. And the data will store into what? L. So, and now the data I am printing on the screen L. Now save again and execute. Guys, I am using the same file name, so that's why it will come. So I am getting what? PR Software Training Institute in Hyderabad. Now by default your data is coming in which format, guys? List format. Sir, can I check it? Yes, you can write print type of L, save and just execute. Now you check the type of L is list. So remember one more point here. Whenever we split the data, string data, I am going to split into the pieces. So whenever we split it, by default that data will be converted into which format? List format. I hope everybody is clear. So like this, we can use the basic function of list function here. So up to guys here, if you are having any doubts, you can just comment me. I will just clarify your doubts. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel for more videos. In the next video, I will explain more function of list. So thank you for watching my video, guys.